The Catholic Diocese of Nashville is defending how it handled a sexual abuse allegation against a priest. An adult female student at Aquinas College says a priest sexually assaulted her back in 2017.
On Friday, a Catholic newspaper questioned why the diocese did not open a formal investigation after the victim came forward. Investigative reporter Ben Hall examines the case.
The information reported in that article is horrible and terrible to read.
The article in the London-based Catholic Herald is titled Adult Abuse Case, Accusations of Grave Mishandling Across Church Jurisdictions.
That little thing was in my head.
It focuses on sexual abuse allegations against Father Kevin McGoldrick, seen here in a YouTube video. The allegations came from an adult female student at Aquinas College in Nashville, where McGoldrick was chaplain for 6 years. She claimed in 2017 Father McGoldrick got her drunk and sexually assaulted her while she was alone with him in his residence. According to the article, she said she passed in and out of consciousness during the assault. Every time I woke up, I hoped I was in a nightmare, and the chaplain of my college wasn't on top of me, she says in a first-person account. I was wrong each time. The victim stayed silent. But in 2019, 18 months after it happened, she went to the Nashville Diocese. She was worried McGoldrick might do the same to other women or girls on campus. But the Nashville Diocese never opened a formal investigation.
The report that was made to us in March of 2019 was very different than the horrible story we read in the Catholic Herald.
Communications director for the Nashville Diocese, Rick Masacchio, said the victim changed her story. He said what she reported to the Nashville Diocese involved late-night drinking in the priest's residence, but did not involve sexual touching.
Her report did not rise to a level of an allegation of a crime, either under civil or church law.
Do you have notes? Is there a report of what she brought to you?
She made a report to an official here at the diocese who was at that time in a position to receive incoming reports. As a matter of practice, we don't release those reports.
Masacchio said the diocese would not release what the woman told them, but would cooperate with any outside investigators. He says the diocese immediately contacted the Dominican sisters that oversee Aquinas College and told them about the woman's complaint, but did not contact McGoldrick's home diocese in Philadelphia because the incident did not rise to that level.
The church has no business investigating itself. I've said it time and again.
Catholic deacon Ron Deal has criticized the Nashville Diocese for its handling of clergy abuse cases in the past, saying it needs more transparency and outside investigators.
We've now set up a classic he said, she said. Well, okay, diocese, prove to everyone's satisfaction that she has changed her story.
The victim filed a police report this year in February, which stated McGoldrick laid on top of her and touched her, on top and beneath her clothing. It indicates the district attorney considered filing sexual battery charges, but the 2-year statute of limitations had expired. In May, the diocese paid the victim $65,000 to settle a potential lawsuit.
As a matter of pastoral care and outreach to help her find a measure of healing, rather than go through a legal process, we entered into settlement discussions.
The victim told the Catholic Herald she was upset the Nashville Diocese didn't do more to stop a priest in a position to sexually abuse others. Masacchio says the diocese did what was appropriate with the information they had and reported it to the Dominican Sisters of St. Cecilia.
What came to us was referred to, most appropriately, the people closest and best placed to investigate what was brought forth.
Ultimately, the victim contacted the Philadelphia Diocese and the Dominican Sisters herself and told them of the sexual assault. St. Cecilia released a statement saying February was the first time they heard how serious the allegations were. The Philadelphia Diocese found the victim's complaint to be credible, and McGoldrick is now being allowed to voluntarily leave the priesthood.
This should have been turned over immediately for investigation by outside parties.
St. Cecilia Academy said Friday this was the only complaint it has received concerning Father McGoldrick. The Nashville Diocese said it did not want a non-disclosure agreement in its settlement and admitted no wrongdoing. Ben Hall, News Channel 5, investigates.